Laura, we've got two great guests in the studio right now.
Yes, we do. We have Paul Faulkner with Level Sports. Welcome to the show. And also Jonathan Botros. So glad you guys are here. And you guys are representing
Lubbock Fit.
Lubbock Fit. I was going to say Fit Lubbock, but it's Lubbock Fit.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about that organization.
Well, it's an interesting organization. This is the start of our fifth season, and we're an organization that's called Couch Potato to Half Marathon or Marathon. And so we're novice, beginners, and some of us are a little more experienced runners and walkers. And we have a 26-week program, and we start this month in May. And that's what we're here today to talk about is our season starting off.
So most people, when you think of being fit and joining a club like this, you think, oh, I've got to run. I have to run. But some people have trouble with their knees. So you guys actually have walkers as part of your group.
That's an exciting part of our program. And I'm going to brag on my wife, Vicki, because she's the walking coach.
Uh-huh.
And this past winter, we had 5 walkers in her group. And they challenged each other. Most of them were not experienced in a race before, and they challenged each other to complete a half marathon, and all 5 of them back in April finished a half marathon out at the Willie McCool race. And there was a lot of tears shed of joy and happiness to set a goal and go at your own pace. And the rest of us from Lubbock Fit were there at the finish line to welcome them in and cheer for them. So that was exciting.
So if somebody joins Lubbock Fit, is it a once a week type deal, 2 or 3 times a week, once a month? I guess how is some of the logistics with it as far as being able to build up your tolerance for walking or running?
Good question. So what we do is we give you a schedule online that basically tells you every single day of the week exactly how much you'll need to walk or run in order to get to your goal, which this season will be in October is when we'll have what we call our target race to be able to run your 10K or walk your 10K or your half marathon or full marathon. So we'll tell you Tuesday night, just get out there and go for 40 minutes or 45 minutes. The great part about it, though, is Saturday mornings. That's when we all get together. We'll meet at Tech Terrace or McKenzie Park, somewhere nice here in town. To all get together and run together, walk together. You'll find your what we call pace group, the people that kind of go about the same pace as you. And that's the part that, like we talked about during the break, the accountability factor. Well, I know John and Susie and Laura are going to be there Saturday morning, so I better show up. And that's what really helps because getting out there by yourself is tough, and we know that. And so that's what we think is one of the nicest parts about the program is those Saturday morning group efforts.
Yeah, it gives you something to look forward to, friendships to make.
Yeah, and we also try to spend about 5 to 10 minutes beforehand every Saturday morning to talk, about nutrition or running gear. Because again, a lot of the folks, haven't exercised in a long time or are brand new to running and walking, and so we try to give a little bit of education seminar before we get started as well. So,
are there any dues, or is this just strictly everybody just shows up for free? Or
new members, it's $110, but that covers the entire 4 or 5 months, the entire program. So you just pay one time up front online, and then you get the entire program, including that schedule online. You get a awesome T-shirt. That's one of our favorite parts, right?
Cannot hire a trainer for that.
No, not at all. we really think it's one of the most affordable, and again, it's all about the people is what you get out of it. Paul and I have made lifelong friendships out of this deal, and so we really think that everybody will if they come out.
Mm-hmm.
Laura, we have, and I told you we have a very diverse group. I'm going to be eligible for Social Security later this year. We also had a 10-year-old that was in our group this year. So we have all ages, men and women, and all different body types, body sizes. You mentioned earlier about some aches and pains, and Jonathan doesn't have too many aches and pains because he's young, but some of us olders, when we get together on Saturday, we like to compare, this hurts, that hurts, and it's normal. You're going to power through that, and so I'm encouraging.
Your body fit can help with
sure.
that, actually.
And I'm encouraging you to try to come out just one Saturday and try it and get in with those walkers, and I think you'll be really encouraged, and maybe some of those aches and pains will start to clear up.
Well, and I'm so competitive that I probably would not I would have to outdo the other walkers.
Well, we found that we're not competing with each other as much as we're setting a goal and trying to compete against ourselves. And one of the great things about these runs, whether it's a local 5K or one of these half or full marathons, is normally when you finish, you get a nice medal put around your neck, and that's kind of the goal.
So these people, if I lag behind, or even have to stop and rest, they're not going to make fun of me. They're not going to laugh at me.
That's an interesting question. I'm glad you asked that, because that's one of the biggest things we get is it's intimidating to go out there, and I don't know who's going to be there. It's going to be all these fast people. They're going to expect me to go fast. What do I wear? Things like that. And so that's what I really think. If people show up to one of our orientation sessions tonight, we're going to have a little kickoff party at Paul's house at 6:30, and then orientation May 16th and 23rd at Tech Terrace Park at 8 a.m. Just to see the group and find out, and you'll find out quickly that it's not intimidating at all.
Yeah.
We don't ever ask anybody to go a certain pace or a certain speed or anything like that. All we do is ask you to show up, and really you'll get all the benefits from it. So.
Yeah, and when you start feeling better and looking better in your clothes, it's going to really pay off for you.
Well, you mentioned what should I wear. I'm going to tell you what I wore to my first 5 years ago. I wore the same shoes that I was mowing the yard in. They had grass stains on them, just some old sweatpants that were in my closet and a T-shirt. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of upgraded my running attire since. But so it's a non-judgmental group. We're there to encourage each other. And one of the things is the coach is – one of our mottos is nobody's left behind. Mm-hmm. So we always drop back or go forward depending on the group pace. And there's plenty of different coaches that run it and walk at different paces. So nobody's left out there all by themselves.
Yeah, fantastic. And, it's I appreciate that you guys have put this together, because it's something that we all need to be thinking about, no matter what our age is, about getting fit. And that's a deficit that we have in this country with so much obesity that we're dealing with in our nation. And so just getting people to think about being fit and having a support group right there to help you get there is just phenomenal.
Yeah, and we really, Paul mentioned the 10-year-old that we had in the program this past year. I told him when he finished that half marathon, it was tough for him. You can only imagine, 10 years old. I said, how many of your friends, have done a half marathon? He said, none. I said, exactly.
See?
I said, do you know how many people you're inspiring by what you're doing? Mm-hmm. And he really did. So, it's just, we'd love to have more younger ones out there to just bring up that generation to show that getting fit is really important.
Start
for their
good
future.
habits young.
I'd like to have more older ones out there.
I know.
All of them.
Because it's not too late. It's never too late to work on being in better physical condition. So,
now Lubbock Fit is a branch of a national organization called USA Fit, and we can't go over everything just this short time that you've given us on the radio, but we have a very informative website, and it's called Lubbock Fit. That's FIT, LubbockFit.com. And then also we have a Facebook page that has lots of pictures of all of our activities, and it just go to Facebook and type in Lubbock Fit. And one of the, other than the runs and things, we do a lot of fun activities, social activities. We're having this kickoff dinner tonight to explain the program, and people can meet each other. But two things that we did this winter that was really fun, and Jonathan arranged one of them. It was our run. We ran downtown on the Saturday of the Lubbock Lions Club Pancake Festival. So we worked up a nice appetite, and then we all just ran right over to the Civic Center and had pancakes together. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then also earlier this year there was a Kevin Costner movie out called McFarland USA that was about a cross-country team in California. And we rented the entire theater as a running group and got to screen that movie together. That was a lot of fun.
That is fun. All right, so if you want to be, we may have people right now saying, how do I join? How do I start up? What do we do?
The easiest way is just to go to LubbockFit.com, and in the top right corner there's a red button that says register. It's that simple. And again, once you do that online, you're in the program. But again, I would encourage you to come tonight on the Facebook page. There'll be more information about Paul's kickoff event tonight. And then again, May 16th and May 23rd, we'll have the orientations at Tech Terrace Park. And all that information is on the Facebook page. We try to keep that as up to date as possible. And of course, like Paul's our picture guy, so no event or run or anything goes undocumented. But that really is nice, because going back and looking at those photos of all the stuff we've done, it's just it makes you feel good.
Yeah. That's fun.
So a really easy way to register. Make sure you hit up their website and the Facebook page as well. And when you go to the website, they have a link under news and announcements as well, talking about the May 16th and May 23rd dates as well.
And that's LubbockFit.com.
Correct.
That's correct.
Paul Faulkner and Jonathan Botros, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. Enjoy
Rob,
it.
Laura, thank y'all so much.
You
And
bet.
we'll also have a podcast interview, a recap of this interview online at KFYO.com later today.